Hi everyone, this is Dipali, Associate Director at Vibha and Program Director for the Vibha Global Citizenship Program. Today we are here to listen an inspiring conversation from slums to the global classroom, conversation with Akhilesh. Do not wait for the right opportunity, create it. That's said by Swami Vivekananda. And Akhilesh is the person we will see an inspiring journey now. Some stories inspire us, but a few ignite a fire within us. Today, we bring you one such story. The journey of a young boy from the slums of Delhi who once delivered newspapers but later boarded a plane to study in United States, all without spending a single penny. Meet Akhilesh Sharma, a change maker, an educator, and a firm believer that the right opportunity can transform lives through sheer determination and resilience. He not only unlocked doors for himself, but is also now helping thousands of students to do the same through letmespread.com. How did he rise above the circumstances? What role did global exposure play in shaping his vision? And how can you too expand your horizon through global citizenship opportunities? Let's hear it from himself. Welcome, Akhilesh. Thank you for accepting our request and being here at Vibha series. You're the first one to come here and talk about it. So thank you so much for sharing your time with us. Over to you.
Hi everyone, I'm Akhilesh Sharma, founder of Let Me Spread. Thank you very much, Dipali, for this opportunity. So I comes from a slum called Sanjay Colony. It is situated in Delhi, where almost like 50 to 60,000 people live together at one place. So life it's not easy there. It's everything we have to go through. Uh, it's not a usual life there, basically. That's all I can say. Yeah. Thank you, Dipali.
Thank you so much for that introduction. But can you can you take us back to your childhood? What was your life growing up? What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced? It would be great to share with us, audience too.
Sure. So as I mentioned that I live in slum. So everything that we get, it's very limited. So if I talk about in terms of resources, we get limited water supplies, basic sanitation, food, everything is very limited. It also includes my education. So the only thing that we could afford is the basic education system. So if I talk about my challenges, it's like I have seen everything in a limited way. And one of the biggest thing that I believe is was challenge for me is not having the equal opportunities for me. So that's what I think. I believe that was the biggest challenge for me.
Okay. Uh, do we want to elaborate more about those challenges? Like, what was the one thing that kept pinching you and making you grow towards your goal? What was that one childhood memory?
uh, in my personal life, or
Yeah, in your personal life.
sure, okay, I can elaborate that. Okay, so I'll answer my part itself. So as I mentioned before, I live in slum. Getting the access of uh, basic needs was one of the biggest challenge. For example, we even struggle to get the basic resources such as food, water, and sanitation. It also includes my education. So personally, my one of the biggest challenge was like living alone without my parents in a slum, and that actually hit me so hard because I didn't know where to move forward. I'm not living with my family, and I'm guidanceless. Do not know what to do and how to do, and on top of that, I have to, live my life. So yeah, that was one of the biggest challenge was to, focus in one thing and keep on going. So I believe the education was the only one way that could, break this cycle where, in to go beyond these limitations. So that's how, I believe that exploring more and understanding, more about myself so that I could break these challenges.
That's I can only imagine how challenging that must be. I can only imagine. And I must say that must have taken immense courage and resilience from your side. Whatever little bit, whatever that 0.04% we heard, there is a lot of depth to that. And despite so many challenges, you never gave up. That's amazing, Akhilesh. Thank you for sharing your part of story with us. Uh, Taking to the next milestone, maybe of your life. Now you have, being there and pushed yourself to take the education, as you rightly said, that was the only thing. And how rightly you said, that is the only, education is the only thing that somebody, use it to break it from the poverty cycle. And at Vibha also, we believe that, and that's our mission also, to help children to get the quality education. But how, that turning point came into your life, where maybe studying abroad was not in on your card, and you must have had moments of doubt that, is it something that I can do or not do? So how that opportunity struck to you? Can you share about that one milestone or turning point in your life?
Sure. So very soon I realized that, like education was the only way. So what I had faced, I did not want it to be faced by, other young students. So that's how I started volunteering in one of community organization. That's where the founder of that, he slowly became my mentor, and I got to know that he went to USA for free, going on the scholarship. That that was the one point that became, inspiration for me. Oh, he's the one. He's also from the slum, and he cracked it. He went to USA. He studied for free. Why can't I do that the same way? So that's how that sparks me to, to work hard on myself, and, start thinking in a way that, okay, there is a possibilities, to go beyond what we have right now, just by doing your hard work and, pursuing your education.
Yeah. In very simple conversation and simple statement, you said a lot of great points. Changing mindset, you have to keep adapting to the things. That's a great thing that anybody as a skill should develop. You need to have, see, hard work many people do, but they might discontinue after some time when they don't see the result. But you did not do that. So kudos to you, and that's incredible. So it wasn't just about, opportunity. It was also about your mindset, your perseverance, go getter. Like, I want to achieve this and I want to get there. So that's incredible, Akhilesh.
I think there was one of the biggest, motivation that I could see, that I read somewhere, like, if you don't have anything to lose, you have everything to win. So that was, when we grew up, when we start reading the quotes. This was one of the quote which stuck in my mind, and that was the only thing that I could say. Okay, I don't have to lose anything, because I literally have nothing. I'm coming from the zero, and everything which I will get, that would be the plus point for me, and to get it. It's just the thing that I have to self believe on that and keep on, tapping on this. It just realize, it's a point when you realize that, okay, this is something that I really want to do it. And for me, my motivation was to be someone in my whole family who did something by himself, and set the milestone for the family. So this was my personal motivation. And also, I think if I add on to that, my mom was my biggest supporter. So she wanted to see me as a Babu boy. So basically, I come from Bihar, and she wanted to see me a Babu boy. Babu boy for her was like someone who is wearing the white shirt, and going to the office, because nobody in our generation, my family, went to that, and she wanted to see me that. So these are the two biggest points that I had. I had to do something for my mother. I had to do something for myself, so that I can go beyond to that.
This is like, to the next level for me, because after having so much, you gently, shared in the first part of the conversation that you had survival problem, and your parents were not living there. Your parents shifted to Bihar, or to your hometown, and you were there alone. I can't even imagine how, you know, this, whatever you said just now, doing something back for the community and for your family, even after having so much of struggle, that's an incredible, thought and a journey. And as they say, na, fortune favors the brave, and you are living
Hmm.
proof of that. Uh, because if you were not brave enough to take that steps, it would have been difficult. You would have been in the same scenario as your maybe other friends are now, but you chose a other path which is more difficult. But yes, you walked on it, and keep walking, and you will get what you are, thinking and are aiming for you yourself. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for sharing that. But moving ahead, as we, you know, from there to, take push yourself and take that opportunity, be there, and then you went to, you had that milestone of having an opportunity to go to US. So when you experience a different education system, a different culture, very diverse environment. It's very different from what you see in India. So how did that shape? If you can share that journey of your learning in US, how it shaped your perspective on learning and personal growth.
Sure. So this was the first time I boarded in the flight. I was totally, clueless what's going to happen. I didn't even know how to, go to the visa, process the visa and everything. So that's how my journey started. So I think that was the first step when I was experiencing something different from my community and to see like totally a new faces. So that's how my journey started. When I went to USA, I experienced the different culture. So my program was based on five pillars, which was giving the community service, volunteering in the organization, contributing to the US, and developing yourself professionally and as well as personally, at the same time achieving your academic goals. So I think these five pillars was the one of the biggest pillars to help me shape what I am right now. So if I talk about volunteering in USA, how it did actually shape me, I went during the time of COVID. I mean, it was just finished the COVID, and I had this opportunity that I can contribute in someone's life just by helping and going in volunteering, places where we can develop this kit for checking testing the COVID. And that's where when I see people were crying, people were I mean, it was some kind of a fear that I could see. And at the same time, I could see there are people who is taking holidays from their job and contributing in the community volunteering services. And I could see the different perspective, how people are here. They are kind, they value the system, the culture and the environment, and actually contributing what they could do that. These were some of the observations that shaped my values towards even going beyond what I am doing right now, so that I can get the different values in my personal life. And if I talk about my professional life, it was, I could see people, trust on each other a lot, which somehow, imagine yourself, you are someone who know nothing, who know no one, and you are going to a new program and people loves you so much. That was some kind of a thing that was giving me, self-confidence and, understanding about the people that, okay, there are good people there. There are, people who lives with the values. And this was the small, experiences that I was having that was, shaping my understanding. And actually, when I came back to India, it helped me to, shift my mindset. And that's how the new perspective came to me, seeing and believing in everyone. So this was one incident that I could, recall from the experiences.
beautifully you addressed. One point I really like. Uh, the first that stood out for me is the trust factor. I am truly with you because trust is something this whole humanity is based on. Because it's so simple, na? You just go to any, for example, you're traveling and you just tell one person, can you look at my luggage? I
Yeah.
have not came across those instances. Like maybe very rarely it must be happening, but otherwise you can just trust, and that trust makes this human race differently. The second point that you said, because of all the exposure that you got through the volunteering, it was, the global education system might have transformed with you for the knowledge, but with that example I thought I felt that it has boosted a lot of confidence in you, because
For sure.
doing volunteering here at our own home ground in your own city, and then
Yeah.
doing volunteering at a different level for different, you know different things. Maybe it was not meant for your course also, I guess. Somewhere you certainly mentioned that apart from that also you were doing some volunteering things. And just to add,
Yeah.
the if you read about Vibha is, whole volunteer driven system. It just fascinates me how that, passion of doing things can transform so many things, and you be that, change, you be that person. So yeah, it's great journey, Akhilesh. But that leads to our the curious question for me. After like leaving two country, life, one as at your place and one at USA, even if it's two country, how you felt after going there and coming back here, how this concept of this global perspective or global citizenship matters, why you think it matters?
Sure. So, as I mentioned, that my perspective was changed. So, this is one of the things that I could say that what I could see before, after
Hmm.
coming from the program, I could see on a bigger picture.
Hmm.
So, one of the biggest thing that had me is I developed, kind of a relationship which is, stays longer, even
Hmm.
still
Hmm.
stays with me. So, for example, if I talk about, I got the different experience from the culture, meeting different people from the different countries, understanding about their cultures, and what's what's happening, in terms of values. I'm talking about uh, how people live, what they provide as a culture, and what are the values that they hold on. So, for example, for me, it was a big learning going across, understanding the culture. All of a sudden, I got the different understanding of the different part of the world, and this is what I think it opened up to me, it widened up my perspective, and it also creates the value what I could see. Like, if I talk about very simple example, in India, what we see on Instagram is like totally different from what other people see. So I could never experience that until I go there and experience
Correct,
and
correct,
see that
correct, correct.
what
Yes.
was happening. So I will take you a very small example of my one of my friend.
Hmm.
So he's from Brazil. One day he sent me a reel showing Indian food and culture, and I was like, "What happened to you?" So he was like, "Is it true that this is how things goes on?" I was like, "No, you're totally wrong on this." They have a different perspective on that. So somehow we understood, and then actually that gave me, some kind of a responsibility to me to represent India in a way that it's not what you see there on social media. It's what you experience here once you come and experience that. So I started making small videos and started showing to him that, okay, this is also coming from India. So what you see right now, it might build your perspective in a different way, but this is not true. So yeah, that's how I was talking about.
Yeah, matlab you speak so good, like, um, I was just listening, and you mentioned again a lot of great words and phrases, and your the one thing is experience, and I'm surely on that key. You cannot only rely on the things which you see uh,
Yeah,
virtually. Once you go there and once you experience the thing, you start embracing the things.
yeah,
So as you rightly said, it's not about this global citizen. This entire concept is not, it's beyond the travel, it's beyond
yeah,
just going to from one country to another. No, it is about experiencing that culture, community, being there, taking action for certain things, right? So
right.
yeah, great. So in this world, like as you only said that because of this you connected with two different worlds. So that's how the global citizenship matters, because you know think about this generation upcoming. This global exposure is becoming more and more crucial than ever. So thank you for sharing your thoughts on global citizenship. uh, Moving ahead, as you know, that Vibha also, like other, there are many other organizations who have global citizenship program, but Vibha also do have global citizenship program. It is different than what other people are, showing, uh, or the objectives of this program are different, because we are thoroughly taking them to the, exposure visit, immersive learning. It is coupled with sustainability and social emotional learning. So there are there are different aspects. But having said that, see, these programs open doors for students to gain global exposure. If you would have got such opportunity, how do you think that this such programs, can change lives, or can, as you rightly pointed in our earlier conversation, that it changes the perspective. But how it will help young individuals now? If you want to say something to them, what will be your take on that?
Sure. I mean, frankly speaking, about Vibha program, I could have joined, and if I could have got this opportunity, definitely I would love to, participate and take actions. So, as I was mentioning this before, I will never know until I experience it. So there are many programs to that. It's not about just one program, but it's more about going and experiencing and living the life, and through it might be cultural experience, it might be societal experience. So these things will definitely you know if I talk about myself, that definitely impacted me as a person. And if we just replace Vibha program to what I had experienced, I think it was almost like a similar kind of a program. And that actually, shaped me to see myself uh, differently. And if Vibha program is already there and there is an opportunity, I would say students to come participate and experience this by yourself itself.
But there is always a, hesitance. They want to go, or they think that there is a value, but they want to,
Yeah,
they're hesitant to take that step. So what is your thing on that? What How
sure.
you will say what's that first step that they should take?
Yeah, I mean, for this, it's more like taking a step which can first of all, if you have such program like this, and you are hesitant to that, first thing is always to go explore and understand about the program. And it always, see, there is nobody who stops you. It's just that you and yourself only who blocks your mind and stop believing, because what you have seen it before, that has built a perspective of around you, and that will never break until you break that. It will
Got it.
break only when you shift your mindset and you'll say, okay, I want to be bold enough, I
Hmm.
want to be courageous enough to take this responsibilities, and be the participant of this program so that I can go learn and experience.
So
There's a quote, no?
yeah,
That we say that, okay, if you try to do something, if you get nothing, you still get something, which is your learning. So that will always be remains with you, and that will help you to make the decision in your upcoming life. you know okay, this is what to do, this is what not to do, and this will come only once you experience that.
true.
So this is what I would say, to go beyond your limitations and apply for such a program and try to experience it by yourself.
Thank you so much. That's a great advice. See, it is also a great saying, na? Keep push yourself because nobody else is going to do that. On the similar line
Sure.
you said, he that once taking that one step often it's the hardest part. And as you
Right.
rightly said, unless you choose to take that step, you yourself,
Yeah.
nobody is going to do that. So thank you for giving that advice to all our young listeners who will listen to this. Um, and finally, we spoke about your childhood journey, that milestone, the real experience, your views on global citizenship program. You certainly exchange your things for Vibha Global Citizenship Program. You also gave advice to the youth. But now we want to know what is next for Akhilesh Sharma and what are your dreams now? What that exciting part is ahead for you? If you can share it with our viewers.
Sure. So my venture is coming from the experiences that I have lived, and
Mhm.
certainly I believe that this can actually help build more Achilles like me, and this is what I believe in, uh, running this program. So basically, this program goes in a way where I support students to find the right opportunities for them, and this is what makes me think that, okay, for me, if I'll take the example, one opportunity can change a life of a person, and it's not a self praising, but it's a real example in front of you. Imagine yourself, like, if I could not have gotten that opportunity going to USA, I might have doing something which I would not
Mm,
have liked,
correct.
and taking the responsibility of myself only. So it's a advice for other also to take the responsibilities of yourself only, otherwise you'll see yourself somewhere where you don't want to see. So this is what I'm trying to do by creating an online platform where I can help more students like me who do not get opportunities easily, to make that available, the opportunities, and get access by the youth who could not actually afford their education system. So that's how I believe that this program can help young child makers. I see a world where youth are taking initiative by themselves only, and taking their own responsibilities and going beyond what they dream of. So yeah.
Yeah. So, the beauty of whatever you said is, in fact, coming from that also, you're not thinking about yourself. You're thinking about community. You're thinking about something to do for the community. And that's really beautiful, Akhilesh. Everybody can't do that. You are doing it. Your small steps will definitely do greater change for the future. And if you see, your journey, looking back at where you started and where are you now and where you are heading, I am sure that you will do great in your life. All the best for your all the ventures that you're doing, and we will stay connected. So Akhilesh's story goes beyond inspiration. It's a proof that the right opportunities can change everything. If his journey struck a chord with you, connect with him on LinkedIn and check out the incredible work he's doing through letmespread.com. Akhilesh, do you have any, last notes for our viewers?
Sure. I mean, all I can say is like, be passionate about what you're doing, and, believe in something that nobody believes, because you are the only person who can believe in yourself. So start from you itself. So first you
That's
have to believe in yourself.
that's a
So thank
great
you very
saying.
much.
That's a great saying, Akhilesh, that believe in yourself and power of now. Yeah. And at Vibha, we believe in the power of global exposure to transform lives. Our global citizenship program is an immersive learning experience that goes beyond the classroom, offering hands-on exposure visits, real-world learning, and chance to see how global perspective can shape your future. Curious to learn more? Join us for our next webinar on April 6th, where we will dive into more real stories, insights, and opportunities that could open doors for you. Don't miss it. Now, taking your leave, stay connected. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, again for being here, being with us, giving your time. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much.